Hello, this is Uwe with my Singer 111W155. Just a quick bit about the feed dog lifting fork and the lifting cam. On my machine, which is fairly old and fairly well used, there's just a tiny bit of slack or slop. I can just about, well, one layer of paper fits in there just so. If I double it up, it's kind of a tight fit at this point. Well, this worked the first time I did that. So with 2 layers of paper, there's no slack. So my gap is roughly a double layer of paper. The only thing you can really do here is adjust the height of the feed dog by loosening this screw and adjusting here. If I remove the screw entirely here, you can just remove this fork part, and you can see that it's somewhat glazed in the area where it rubs against the lifting cam here in this area, and on the other side, well, less so at the bottom because all the pressure is always coming from the top. So this area up here is where you might see some wear, and if it gets used a lot with no oil and a lot of foot pressure that presses down on the feed dog, which in turn presses against this area here as the cam lifts this fork, then you might see some wear over time. There's nothing else to adjust really. Some machines I've seen where this part here, there's a little felt bit. It's hard to tell actually, it's so much dirt here. But there's actually a piece of felt in the back of it that normally gets oiled, and at every turn this cam touches that felt and picks up a little bit of oil as it turns, and that would help lessen the friction and help lessen the wear in this area here. So that's how my Singer 111W155 looks like. And like I said, there's really nothing to adjust, but it's very easy to replace this fork in case that is what it needs. Replacing the cam itself is going to be not so easy. There may be other ways to put a piece of, like a thin piece of shim in here, but it's really not that critical. The feed dog lifting, if there's a little bit of slop in it, I think it's okay to simply ignore that unless it really bothers you. I don't think it affects the function a great deal of the machine. It will not so much worse or much better if there's a little bit of difference in the play between this fork and this cam. So anyways, that's my little bit about this particular area of the sewing machine here. I'll just put it back together. Well, you don't have to watch me do that, but it's fairly easy to take it apart and to put it back together. Hope this helps. Take care.